So I want to start the show today by showing you a clip of something that happened at CPAC. James O'Keefe gave a speech at the Conservative Political Action conference outside of Washington, D.C. this past week, and he brought with him a special guest who was an unseen part of the most bombshell, the biggest story Project Veritas has ever dropped, exposing Pfizer. Take a look at this.
But I've learned a lot of things over the last month. Having been ousted from the company I founded 13 years ago, mere days after the story. And as this was happening, I was talking to one of these people. And she was a little reluctant to go public, rightfully so. She was scared. It didn't feel right. But after what I went through, we reconnected. The individual who helped identify this man, who helped bring this to light, who was targeted, who was brought into a room, interrogated, who had a red van go to her home, harass her and her loved ones, who was scared for her life, was so inspired by the series of events that have occurred over the last 3 weeks that she's decided to go public with me on this stage right now. Debbie from Pfizer, would you please come out here?
I was worried that I would end up in a body bag or in a car accident. But I realized that the spirit of fear is not from the Lord. As a believer, I knew that I couldn't just sit there. I couldn't just sit there and watch people get lied to. People get gaslit. It made me angry. I think we all need to learn to not be fearful. That's why we're where we are today. That's why they keep doing it. That's why they keep lying to you. That's why they keep gaslighting you. Stand up. Be brave. Do something for this country, or else we're all doomed. Thank you.
Thank you. I will tell you all that I'm not stopping. We're not giving up. O'Keefe tips at protonmail.com. And stay tuned.
Does that give you the chills or what? I've watched this a couple of times and I get chills up and down my arms every time I watch this. The courage of this woman. She feared for her life. She thought someone against her, someone on the side of Pfizer, would harm her. And she did this anyway. And I thought that this is such a good reminder that when we see these exposés, especially one to the enormity, the extent of which is so enormous, like the Pfizer directed evolution video that Project Veritas dropped this past month, I thought this is a good reminder that what we're seeing on screen is not all that's taking place. That there's an incredible team behind these videos, both at Project Veritas, which is without question, the journalists and the producers, the undercover operatives, the editors, the entire team, the PR, the lawyers, everyone, the whole institution. That part might be kind of obvious, although we forget it, but there's also other people. There's people like Debbie from Pfizer without whom this video might never have been broken because there would not have been verification that Jordan, the Pfizer employee, was actually a Pfizer employee. Because you remember the mainstream media, the first narrative they trotted out was Jordan wasn't actually a Pfizer employee. He wasn't actually part of Pfizer. He was just exaggerating. He was a contractor. But no, there were internal documents that proved that Jordan was in fact from Pfizer, and Debbie was a critical part of bringing that to light. This is extremely important in the breakdown of what I think about the James O'Keefe and Project Veritas drama, because what is unseen is sometimes the most important things that are happening to bring a project to fruition.